Hey Cappy, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna jump into your read with a Celtic cross. I'm starting your read at 8:48 a.m. I have not yet slept. I'm showing up again in my lower self energy. This was not the plan. I had big plans for the Aries full moon, the huge transformation, the motivation, the get up and go. But no. Here we are. My guys were like, fast, it's time to fast, quit smoking, get back to the gym, start working out, get on your shit. And I've been fighting to entertain my lower self and do all the things that I'm being guided not to right now. Not because they're necessarily wrong, but just because they don't align with where I'm at right now. And I've been fighting, even to the point of things like coffee and like sugary coffee shop coffees. And I was fighting all day to get out, and it was obstacle after obstacle, like divinely sent obstacle after obstacle. You could not have made it up. And I rushed to the first coffee shop, and I just got there, it was shut. I got to the second one, it was shut. I got my ass on a train, please believe I got on the train to find a coffee shop. And all 4 or 5 hours later, fighting to get this thing that I've been guided not to get. I go in and order a hot chocolate, and the lady gives me a hot chocolate without the chocolate. I get back to the station and it's a cup of oat milk, guys, a cup of oat milk. I just looked at the sky, but I already know. And even with the channel, with the year anniversary coming up, like I want to be on my best form and just deliver the best messages and really serve in the way that I want to serve. And to do that, I'm being guided to eat raw foods and stop smoking and stop drinking these carcinogenic, sugary petrol juices. And it's like, I've been angry at source. Like, why are you making me give these things up? Cutting out meat, cutting out dairy, all of these different things. To the point that I've been trying to rebel. Making mac and cheese at 5 o'clock in the morning and ate that for the past 3 days. Things to really just like, I'm not having this. And then I feel like absolute death. And that little reminder of like, are you trying to stop doing these things and change your lifestyle for us, or are you doing it for yourself? It's like no one downstairs, no one upstairs wants me to do something more than I want to do it myself. But it's like resistance. And then it's like coming into that parenting relationship of how my relationship with source and my guides, like things are expected of me or there's some kind of punishment, and realizing that it's me against me, like me getting in my own way. It's just been interesting. And even like with the channel, I was so close to deleting the channel for so many different reasons, and I feel guided to share this, but I don't really want to share it because it's vulnerable kind of energy. But I don't want to just show up here like light worker Lil. That thing of sharing a message when I'm not fully embodying it. It's like the guidance that comes through is guidance I take for myself. And it's like the intention's there. But also I feel called to be transparent. It's like things like addiction, those extreme behaviours have been something that I've been working through for what feels like a lifetime. I've been celibate for about 5 years now, after being a sex addict, and still now I'm smoking. That's probably the last thing on the list. I've stopped drinking. I don't drink alcohol and I don't eat meat. And it's like this transition. I'm not saying that any of those things are wrong, but just for me, like the reason why I was doing certain things. And it's like sometimes on here, especially when I'm channeling certain messages And I get comments and it's like, oh, you're angelic. And it's like, yeah, we all have that. But no, it's not that. No, that's the intention. That's the desire to embody my highest self, as all of our, like a lot of us here are, from what I see in the comments. But it's a journey and no one's perfect. And I feel like I've been guided to share that message today. I've been arguing about it all morning because it's not really what I want to be sharing. But it is. And even that's why I like deleting the channel, because it feels like there's something that, it feels like I don't deserve to be doing these readings until I'm fully in, like I fully embody my higher self, until I'm fully in some way like at my best. And that's been a lesson in itself, to still be coming up, still showing up regardless of that. This might be a message for you. I don't know why I feel called to share it in this reading. Feels like huge changes, time to put a weight down. It's just interesting. Even with certain comments comparing me to, like there's so many things, yeah, that like comments, like things that I see, that I think things in my head and I don't necessarily say, or I don't reply. And it's that thing of, I've had that lesson of not everyone needs to know everything. Don't say everything you think. There's no need to share everything you think. Your opinion isn't necessary for everything. And it's like, if I get like foolish comments, which isn't often, sometimes they can be used as a way of highlighting something, to bring something to light or to bring love to something. And I'm happy to have that there. And like, if it opens up a conversation, great. Like, even if the first thing is some kind of insult, it's cool. If it's just someone coming with bad energy, it's just a delete. But then even just things of the ego, seeing my ego. So I keep getting compared to readers, like in the comments. And at first it's like, oh, I'm deleting my channel. What do you mean? The insult, like, I'm me, like don't compare me to someone else, feeling like being in someone's shadow, especially when you're being compared to people and it feels like they're at the top of their game. It's like a schoolboy playing football and being compared to Messi. It's like, how are you ever gonna, it's like being in the shadow of that. And all this anger and rage come up. And this like sassy little energy where I was just gonna go, like I just wanted to reply some BS. And it's like, oh, what is like that? What is that? That shadow. Because really the real feeling is honor. Is like, I'm honored to be compared to that, to amazing readers. But initially it's like fuming, deleting the channel. How dare you eat some more mac and cheese and go and get another coffee kind of energy. And it's just been interesting. Lots of things have been coming up. And it just feels good sometimes to bring those things to light. A lot of the time it's like you put your best face forward, like your best foot forward, but your best face forward, and people show up. And I found myself like doing my makeup and getting ready to be presentable and show up on here and be like, I don't know, a certain kind of way. And I feel like that's a life lesson for me, to show up regardless, like in my humanness. There may be something connected to this for the reading. I've definitely been guided to share this for a reason, and 10 minutes in nearly, there must be a reason. But I feel like the lesson for this, my lesson for this, the lesson that may resonate for this is, it's that you're already worthy, 1. 2, it's like no one's forcing you to change. And you won't change until you want to change. It's like no one's coming to save you. When you're sick of your own shit, then you'll move. I'm just about sick of my own shit. And the other thing is not getting in your own way. Reacting on emotion. Like I was just about to delete however many videos I've done in just one click of anger because of something that insulted my ego. When really that wasn't how I was truly feeling. It was more a defense mechanism. Feeling away. And I feel like that feeling comes up for many, or would do, in terms of creation. Wanting to put something out there, wanting to do something. And it's like there's some anger, but it's really fear. Fear of not being good enough, fear of being compared. Fear of what if I try and I can't? What if I try and I fail? Maybe there's no point trying. Fear of the unknown. What if I change? If I change and everything changes, what are those changes going to be? The Tower on the TV, 9 a.m. Let me get going. Chariot. The world. Present energy. King of Cups, past energy, future energy, Ace of Pentacles. Something's closed out. The advice is to close it out. It's over and done with. Letting it go. Accepting things that ended. It's time to make a judgment call. Time to move forward. Feels like knowing what needs to change. Could be things similar to what I was just saying about mastering your emotions in the past. It's like you've already been prepared for whatever these changes are. There's huge opportunities coming in. Money connected to your purpose. Something you're here to do. Something you want to do. Something you're passionate about. It's an opportunity to make money doing something that you want to be doing anyway, that you're here to do anyway. It does mean a lot of changes. Justice in your favour. Justice, judgment, Chariot, the world. The karmic cycle over. It's like, remember that karma is really action. What actions are you taking? The thing of whatever we consume, how our cells use that energy to create new, like to renew every month. That we are what we eat, we are what we consume, literally. Let me take note. And even in terms of, yeah, the starfish. Even in terms of what you invest in, how you're investing in things. It's like you're in terms of actions, decisions, money, how everything is energy. It feels like something's already closed out. There's already been a transformation. Not to fall back into old ways of doing things, old habits, things that don't serve you, things that make you feel less than or not truly yourself. It could be something like addiction, coping mechanisms, old, like past energies, past relationships, things that you know aren't serving you in some way. It's like this new cycle's already here. These opportunities are coming in. And it feels like opportunities that are going to last. It's not a quick thing. It's not like an opportunity that lasts a month and then you're starting again. It's something that's going to open up, that's going to flourish, domino effect. So it's like preparing yourself now for something that's unraveling. It doesn't feel like you're going to have time to prepare in between some kind of opportunities. It's like, I'm seeing how you go up the top of the roller coaster and then you're going to drop. It's like you've been taking your time preparing, but once you drop, you're gone. Things are going to happen. There's no time to prepare. There's no time to maybe catch your breath in the same way that you've had time to catch your breath, to process something. It's like emotions have already been mastered. Money and love. Money and love. Money and love. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. See yourself as the Queen of Wands. Yeah. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Ah, checkmate. The old chess games just come on the picture of chess, of checkmate. 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 The Emperor. It's like, you know what you want, you know what you're going after. It feels like it's not been easy, it's been a struggle. There's some kind of emotional vulnerability. However, it's like, you know what you're doing. You know what you want. You're defending what you've created. Defending. It, not defending, it feels like protecting. That even if there's some kind of, if you feel like you're falling off, or you feel tempted by certain situations, that you'll fight to hold your position. That you're aware of your self-sabotaging behaviours, aware of some kind of tendency. You're moving out of this, moving into some kind of leadership position. There's an opportunity for you to do something independently. Or it's like a leadership role, something that you're in charge of. Maybe it's like self-employment. It could be leading others on a bigger scale. It's a fiery energy. It's like blazing a trail, blazing your own path. I'm seeing like fire on earth. Who are you falling down? The Star. The Tower. If Justice, the World, Judgment, the Chariot, the Tower, the Star, the Emperor, the Hierophant on the back of the deck. Success. It's being in the spotlight in some way. Overcoming obstacles, making the unconscious conscious, integrating something. It feels like embodying your highest self. Changes are happening. You making certain changes happen. It's like, it feels like that thing of having enough of your own BS. Instead of suppressing that fire, that anger, or that frustration, transmuting that, channeling that into creation. Energy of alchemy. It's like making profit from your pain. But that sounds savage, but it feels like a very beautiful energy. Like things have been worked through, integrated. Realising there's a reason for everything to happen. You could be in close chat with Source right now with your guides. Ace of Cups. The Fool. Ten of Pentacles on the back of the deck. The Fool. The Magician. I want to know specifics. This is actually a madness. I can't even. The most beautiful autumnal path has just come on, these autumnal trees. Stop. I'm like, give me something on the Chariot, the World, the Star, and the Tower. Oh, okay, we'll just give you the Empress. Guys. The Hierophant. I don't even want to pull no more because I've got Major Arcana jumping out. Like, I can't make this up. I can't even hold all these up. I can't even hold all these up because there's just too many. There's just too many. yeah, something you've asked for. Something you've asked for. You could be seeing a lot of 4s at this time. 909, death, transformation. Something's over, burden over, something's done with. Realize it's over. The illusion of something not being over. It's even that thing of what I was saying about we create from the inside out. We heal from the inside out. We create the same way too. It's like you're in charge of what you're doing. Training yourself like a dog. Dr. Joe Dispenza says something about how training, when how the body runs the mind for most people, that subconscious programming to train yourself, to tell yourself to sit, to learn to sit, how you tell a dog to sit. Your mind telling your body what it's doing instead of letting that programming take over. It feels like there's something that's done with, over with. It's dead in the water. It's done. It's finished. Maybe just affirming this in meditation. It's like just by believing that, and so it is. That thing of like literally like hypnosis. That there's not more to be done in the physical, that you've done more than you've realised. There's some kind of internal shift, some kind of realisation. It doesn't even feel like a shift. It feels like a belief, a programming, something that has been for so long that you still believe it has been, that you still believe it is ongoing even though it's over. Whatever this is, it feels like it's blocking something from you truly basking in this dream energy. These things are happening regardless. This celebration's here regardless. But for you to fully enjoy it, follow your instincts. It's like you know what's done. You know what needs to go. You know what's over with. It's time to shift your perspective. It feels like you've mastered your lower mind. You've mastered the inner child. Like reparented the inner child. But even that thing of how it can take over. That you're not in some kind of indecision. That it's a conscious choice now. To sabotage or not to sabotage. Yeah. Yourself, Cappy. It feels like you're the only thing getting in the way of your self right now. It's like you've already done something, you've already manifested something, the energy's here. It's just a case of you being ready to receive that. That if what you wanted showed up right now, would you be ready for it? It feels like you are ready for it and you're going to learn on the job. You're going to adapt as you go. These changes are here. These opportunities are coming in. It doesn't feel like it's something you turn down even if you didn't think you were ready for it. But it's like doing your best to prepare. And it feels like the best preparation right now is just really affirming and programming, believing, stating that something's done with, cutting cords with something completely, believing it's over, that you're out of something. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. The Will. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. 222, shooting stars on the TV. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative and energetic. Yeah, the butterfly, number 9, transformation. And the moose, number 11. First page it opened on was 113, the buffalo, prayer and abundance. And buffalo's about running through the storm head first as well. It's like they run through the storm instead of away from it. It's like get it over and done with. It feels like running from yourself. I'm seeing that, like that Peter Pan thing of running from the shadow, that the shadow's behind you. It's like, don't run from your shadow. It'll just catch you up. It's like, face that. Face the shadow. Bring it to light. Even maybe that, even with what I was saying at the beginning of this video. It's like, that's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. What is that thing? Don't cast your shit before swine, or whatever the thing is. It's like, not everyone needs to know everything. The showing our weaknesses is sometimes like, people can play on that, and you have to follow your intuition on that. For me personally, there's something about bringing my weaknesses to the light that helps me face them, like airing it out to dry, that kind of energy. Maybe that's not the case for you, but you could even try journaling about things, or just saying it to yourself. Is like admitting it's the first step. How are you holding yourself back? How are you self-sabotaging? How do you want to be showing up? Why aren't you trying to show up like that? Is it because of fear that if you try you won't succeed? Like giving yourself the grace to try. And it's like, there is no real try. It's like doing something or you don't do it, do or do not, there is no try. But even to try is doing, because it's taking action. You might have to take action without courage before you learn to take action with courage. But it still doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. It's like, when you're brave enough, then you'll do it. When you're strong enough, when you're healthy enough, when you're more skilled, or when you're better at your craft, or when you've got so many credentials, then you'll try. Then you'll be ready. It's like, we decide when we're ready. Stop messing about. Stop messing about. The turtle, Mother Earth, and the turtle's just come up on the TV. Page 77. Turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth. I feel guided to read this, guys, or I wouldn't, but turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth. It is the personification of goddess energy and the eternal mother from which our lives evolve. We are born of the womb of Earth, and to her soil our bodies will return. In honouring the Earth, we are asked by Turtle to be mindful of the cycle of give and take, to give back to the mother as she has given to us. Turtle has a shell which is similar to the protection that Earth has employed for centuries as her body has been defiled. Mother Earth's protection has come in the form of earth changes, new plant growth, the creation of new land masses by volcanoes and climate alterations. Like Turtle, you also have shields that protect you from hurt, envy, jealousy, and the unconsciousness of others. Turtle teaches you through its habit patterns how to use protection. If you are bothered by the actions or words of others, it's time to go inside yourself and honour your feelings. If you are attacked, it's time to give a warning snap. If you have chosen the turtle symbol, you're being asked to honour the creative source within you, to be grounded to the earth, and to observe your situation with motherly compassion. Use the water and earth energies, which represent Turtle's two homes, to flow harmoniously with your situation and to place your feet firmly on the ground in a power stance. Turtle is a fine teacher of the art of grounding. You may even be able to overcome some of your space cadet tendencies if you align with Turtle medicine. In learning to ground, you are placing focus on your thoughts and actions and slow into a pace that assures completion. Slow and steady. Turtle warns of the dangers of pushing the river, as evidenced by the plodding pace it keeps. The corn that is harvested before its time is not yet full. However, if it is given the chance to develop at its own rate in its own season, its sweetness will be shared by all. Turtle buries its thoughts like its eggs in the sand and allows the sun to hatch the little ones. This teaches you to develop your ideas before bringing them out in the light. Look at the old fable of the tortoise and the hare and decide for yourself whether or not you would like to align with turtle. Bigger, stronger and faster are not always the best ways to get to a goal. When you arrive, you may be asked where you have been and you may not be able to remember. In that case, arriving prematurely can make you feel very immature. If you draw the turtle card, it augurs a time of connecting with the power of Earth and the Mother Goddess within. This is a reminder of the ally you have in Mother Earth. It does not matter what situation you have created. Ask her for assistance and abundance will follow. A moose's self-esteem. Moose help me to honour the gifts I can give and recognise my worthiness long as I live. They understand the balance between giving orders to get things done and having a willingness to do things themselves. The wisdom of moose medicine is akin to the grandfather warrior who has long since put away his war paint and is now advising the young bucks to cool their blood. Love that. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen many things in their earth walk. The joy lies in being the teachers of the children and in being the first ones to give encouragement. This is not to say that moose medicine people do not use their wisdom to warn as well as to give praise, because they do. Moose medicine people know what to say, when to say, and to whom. The elders are honoured in tribal law for their gifts of wisdom, for their teaching abilities, and for the calmness they impart in counsel. If you are wise beyond your years and have the gift of moose medicine, use this gift to encourage others to learn and grow. There are many facets to the wisdom of moose medicine. If you have chosen this card, you have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished on your journey. 922. This may be a habit you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight on a goal, or a new sense of self that you have fought hard to learn. It is a time of feeling harmonious pride and of recognising those who aided you in the process. One good exercise in moose medicine is to write down the things you can love about yourself and your progress in life. Then apply these same things to friends, family, co-workers and life. Don't forget to share the findings with others. They need the encouragement as much as you do. 922, shooting stars. There's something about, could be connecting to past loved ones. It feels like a grandfather energy. It feels like you're being told, being asked, being guided to follow your heart, to let go of fear. Setting boundaries. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. It feels like giving thanks to those that come before you, for lessons learned, how we're continuously evolving. It's like people before you only did the best they could to the best they knew. Having love and respect for that journey. Looking for the blessings instead of the losses. Because it feels like these opportunities are coming in regardless, and it's what you channel into that. That some anxiety could be channeled into that, or transmuting that into excitement, into committing to yourself. How replacing bad habits with good habits, or the habits you don't want with habits you do want. There's no good and bad, but what you truly want. So if you find yourself doing certain things, entertaining certain people in certain routines and habits, finding something to replace that, something that's still enjoyable. So for me, with the coffee, I buy different kinds of drinks that I make at home in a ritual with different mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, things like that. And even with things like smoking, buying herbs, different herbs, blue lotus, nettle, lavender, rose, whatever it is. And it's like finding another way of doing something. If there's a certain time you meet certain friends and you need to set boundaries with certain friends, It's like finding something else to fill that time with that's productive, that keeps your mind on whatever it is you're doing in the present moment instead of thinking or dwelling on something from the past. Yeah, huge success. There's a lot of money coming in. Healing your inner child, like inner child wounds, that's how it feels. Overcoming a huge obstacles, yeah. Page of Cups, Six of Wands, the Strength, we're finishing on the Sun. Bliss, family, contentment. It feels like just a huge turning point in your life. Being able to enjoy things in a way that you haven't before. Yeah. Three of Wands. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.